You are listening to the Drink Less Lifestyle podcast with Dr. Sherry Price, episode number 105.
Welcome to Drink Less Lifestyle, a podcast for successful women who want to change their relationship with alcohol. If you want to drink less, feel healthier, and start loving life again, you're in the right place. Please remember that the information in this podcast does not constitute medical advice. Now, here's your host, Dr. Sherry Price.
Well, hello, my beautiful friends. How are you today? I want to tell you that last week, I gave a free masterclass, and I don't know if you were able to attend or not, but if you want to watch the replay, I invite you to do so, and you can find the link to the replay inside my free Facebook group. It's a private group called Stop the Overdrinking Habit, and I posted it there. Now, I'm mentioning that to you because since I've given that masterclass, many of you have reached out to me personally and told me how much that has helped you. And my friends, that's why I do what I do. I want to help you drink less for good. And that is the name of the masterclass that I did. It's How to Drink Less for Good. And I give you 3 strategies, including what the most researched, most effective way to drink less for good is. And isn't that what you want to know? Isn't that why you come to an expert podcast to learn the most effective tools and the most effective way to drink less for good? And it was such a fun masterclass to do. I have to say, my friends in Australia made it so much fun asking me such personal questions and really having a great time. So thank you for that, because sometimes this topic can be a little dry or just a little heavy, or we take it so dang seriously. And I think that could get in the way. I mean, if we just look at this as a journey that, hey, we're going on together where we can learn how to drink less and make that our lifestyle and be someone who doesn't crave alcohol on the daily, I think that could be such a fun journey to do together. So thank you for asking about my dancing habits when I drank versus when I don't drink. And it was so fun and delightful to be with you in that way. So go check that out because you really missed out. It was a really, really great masterclass, and it's got me fired up that I think I'm going to be doing more in the future because there's so much to learn about this topic. It's so much to share with all of you that I've learned in my journey of drinking less. So for today's topic, it kind of goes hand in hand. And I posted this on social media last week, and man, you guys are really loving it and commenting on it. So I wanted to give you more information on this post, more to nibble on, more to chew on as you are going about living your drink less lifestyle. So the name of the post is the 7 Principles to Live a Drink Less Lifestyle. And I would also like to entitle this not only to live a drink less lifestyle, you can say it's the way to become a woman who can take it or leave it with drinking. Or you can also say it's a way to be a mindful drinker. Because you know me, it is all about your mind. It is your mind that wants the drink in the first place. And as I've said before, our brain, our mind is our most powerful tool. So when you drink mindfully, you are actually embodying the practice of how to control drinking in your life. And that can mean you drink seldomly, you don't drink at all, you drink less frequently than what you're doing now. Whatever the practice is, you are being mindful about your drinking. And I love using our brain in this powerful way, using your brain to get your results that you want from your life, right? Whether you use it to lose weight, whether you use it to drink less or not at all, or decrease your chronic drinking, we always want to be using our brain for us and not against us. And up until a few decades ago, we did not have this information. So don't be mean to yourself if you're like, wow, why didn't I get these concepts sooner? We didn't have a lot of this data. But now that we have it, utilize it. Utilize it to your benefit. So I want to talk about this post that I posted on Instagram last week, 7 Principles to Live a Drink Less Lifestyle, or to be a mindful drinker. Now, before I get into that, I just want to talk about this word mindful. We hear mindfulness a lot. We do mindful meditations. We do mindful eating. We're mindful of others. And I just don't want this term to be watered down for you because we hear it so much. So let me tell you what I see mindful being. It's the ability to pay attention to and notice our thoughts, our sensations, our emotions, and things around us. Some people think of being mindful as being present. But being mindful is noticing what my brain is noticing. Is my brain noticing my thoughts, or is it noticing other people? Is my brain thinking about my sensations and my feelings, or am I distracted or disconnected from that? Because if you aren't mindful, I think the opposite is you're mindless. You've left your brain at home. So you might say, I'm brainless, right? I just didn't bring my brain along with me. Now we know that's not possible because we can't disconnect from our brain. But that's what I'm inviting you to do, is to bring your mind along with you for this journey. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, how to be that mindful drinker so you can moderate your drinking if that's your goal. Now, here's what some people will say. It's not a mind thing. It's an arm thing. If I didn't have my arm, I wouldn't be able to pour and pick up the glass. And I'm like, okay, but what controls your arm? What tells your arm to pour the drink or to pick it up? It's your brain, right? The signals come from your brain. So it always starts in the mind, my friends, always. And so that's why number one on the list of the 7 principles is to watch out for your thinking. And I say, watch out for all or nothing thinking. Because this is the type of thinking that gets most people in trouble. And here's what that looks like. And you'll probably hear yourself say it at some point in your life when you overdrank. Once I get started, I just don't stop. Or once I get started, I just can't stop. That's not true. That's your mind telling you a lie. You can always stop. Here's also what it looks like. I'm back on the wagon again, meaning all or nothing. Here's another way it sneaks up. I went a whole 10 days without drinking and I just blew it last night. I saw that recently in the Facebook group. Really? So you're going to discount 10 days of benefit with just one slip up? And when most people go there, they stay down and they stay slipping up. When it's just not true. You got 10 beautiful days. I want you to ask, what did I do in those 10 days which made me so successful? How did I do it? Was it easy? Or was I just using willpower white knuckling and not addressing the real issue causing me to drink? That when I got a taste of alcohol, I just let loose and let it all go. That's black and white thinking, which leads to over drinking. And then there's the smaller scale, all or nothing thinking. Oh, I have to finish this whole glass in front of me because I paid for it. Or because it was delivered to me. Or for whatever reason. You know, just because you poured it and just because it's sitting in front of you doesn't mean you have to consume 100% of it. What if you go to a buffet line and the person putting the food on your plate gives you more food than what you're hungry for? Are you going to stare at your plate and say, oh, I need to eat all of this, no waste? Or maybe you order a plate of food and it's just too much. You can always take some to go home with food. With alcohol, just leave it. Here's other ways all or nothing thinking keeps us stuck. If you don't have alcohol, you're good. If you have alcohol, you're bad. This creates a love-hate relationship with yourself. Why would you do that? You don't need to do that. You can give up alcohol or cut back on alcohol without dragging yourself through the mud as a good or a bad person. Or, I did it, yay, I get to celebrate. Or no, I didn't do it, so now I suck. Why are we personalizing that? That's all or nothing thinking, right? Today you get to be good, tomorrow you suck. No. And when I dropped this all or nothing thinking, I got so much more freedom, so much faster. And that's what I want for you. And especially if you're choosing to moderate. If you're choosing to moderate and you always think of yourself as a bad person, whenever you imbibe around alcohol, you don't have peace with it. Which is step number 2, my friends. Make peace with alcohol. What does that look like for you? Because what we know is alcohol is just fermented liquid in a glass. That's all it is. There's nothing more to it. It doesn't call your name. It's not your best friend. You're not a bad person for having it or wanting it. And I'll tell you, it's an addictive substance. We know that about alcohol. So if you're wanting it more than what you want, it's because of the substance. It's designed to hijack your brain, so you want more of it. So you just have to learn ways where your brain does not get hijacked. If you're at peace with alcohol, it means you're not at war with it. At war in your mind. I love it. I hate it. That is war, right? Or you have narratives around it that it's so fun, it's so amazing, it's so delicious, and I hate it when I'm not drinking. That's at war with yourself because of alcohol. You're not at peace with it. What's peaceful is when you can have fun without it. And maybe you just need to learn the skills to have fun without it. It's not an alcohol thing. It's a skill thing. And I certainly hope you can have fun in your life without it, because if not, boy, you're really limiting yourself. I mean, we all knew how to have fun without it at some point in our lives, right? We were kids. We didn't drink. We had tons of fun before we discovered it. And humans are meant to have fun. We're meant to enjoy each other. We're meant to have experiences that light up our brain and add value to our life. We're meant for that. But it doesn't have to come from alcohol. And so that's one of the skill sets I had to learn, right? How to have fun without alcohol, how to be around it and still enjoy myself. And I promise you, you can do that. Guaranteed. You are wired to have some fun in your life. Trust me. And life is still amazing without it, or with very limited amounts of it. Still fun. And here's what I love. When you're at peace with alcohol, just think of peace. What is that feeling like in your body? It's a sense of calm. You can be around it and you're not riled up. You're not saying, oh, it's calling my name. Oh, I got to have more. You're like, hey, I'm at peace. I'm calm. I'm good. You're not running to it to drown your sorrows, handle your stress, or use it as the major pharmaceutical in your life. And I think many people use it as the major pharmaceutical in their life. I know I did. And when you do, you need more of it. And you keep needing more of it. And you know what? Then your brain goes into, there's never enough. There's never enough alcohol. I always want another. You're at war with yourself. Peace is the opposite, my friends. Peace is when you know you've had enough. There's no war in your mind, and there's no war with the alcohol. All right, step number 3. This one I get a little fired up about, and it's called Challenge the Drink Pushers. And this is an absolute necessary skill, especially if you are social and hang out with people who drink all the time, and if they encourage you to drink. Now, I want to say that many people are not drink pushers. They may ask you if you want a drink. They are not drink pushers, my friends. They are just polite, courteous people. They aren't pushing it on you. All they're doing is offering a gesture that says, would you like some drink? Because I'm going to get some. And it's a courtesy. It's an extension of kindness. These are not considered drink pushers. Notice when they ask, there is no pressure in that request. They are solely asking you for your decision. So if you feel pressured when somebody asks you, can they get you a drink? Ask yourself why. Because that's pressure you're putting on yourself. That is not pressure somebody else is putting on you. And think about it. What if somebody comes up to you and says, hey, can I buy you a pack of cigarettes? I'm going to the counter to get some. Would you like some? You wouldn't feel any pressure if you don't smoke. You would be like, no, thanks. Right? There would be no feeling of they're trying to push smoking on me. They're not. They're just asking you, would you like me to get you some? I'm going to the counter. So check yourself. If you feel pressure with this kind of request, that's on you. That's not on others. So when I hear from the ladies in my program, they will say, oh, but my husband offered me a drink. Yes, he was doing a kind thing. He was doing a nice gesture. It wasn't he was putting pressure on you. That pressure is coming from inside your head. What's going on for you? They're just acting in a kind way, trying to take care of you. They think this is a way of affection and love. Maybe you're out socially and they're trying to save you the hassle of bellying up to a crowded bar or flagging down the waiter if you're sitting. Again, a courteous act, not pressure. not a drink pusher. Now, drink pushers, way different, my friends. They encourage you to drink and they advocate for your drinking. That is a drink pusher. It looks like, come on, it's a Friday night. Loosen up. The night is still young. Come on, let's keep going. Or the one that rattles my bones. Another drink won't hurt. Seriously? There is no truth to another drink won't hurt. It's actually a lie, a complete lie. Now, if we hear this from drink pushers, I give you full permission to sternly say no and tell the other person whatever it is you want. You can tell them sternly, no, one more could hurt and would hurt. So please, no, I don't want another. Or you can use my favorite. Yes, one more will hurt, and I appreciate if you never said that to me again. That's how offended I get over that kind of statement, because it is wrong. And I've dealt with plenty of drink pushers, and I'm not having it anymore. Now, I've dealt with drink pushers, and actually my brother can be a drink pusher at times. One time we went out and we were at this bar and we ordered drinks, and it was just the cheapest vodka I've ever had. And so he was wanting me to stay out longer. So he's like, let's order another round of drinks. I'll get you another round. Let's get another round. You got to keep going with me, sis. And I didn't push back. And lo and behold, what happened next was not good. I woke up in the middle of the night throwing up in our toilet. Yeah, not attractive, quite gross. My body rejected the alcohol. And after that, I vowed to myself that I am never going to not stand up to a drink pusher. Because they are not asking to be polite, they're asking so they could stay out longer and have somebody to be entertained with. Now, I could have switched to water, but I didn't. And I'm sure he would have had comments about me switching to water. So I had that experience and I reflected on it. And I said, what do I need to do differently next time this happens? So now I have an MO to challenge the drink pusher. Because I'm never going to be bossed into having a drink. And nor should I. Because that's not more fun for me. Having more drinks makes me feel wasted, and I don't want to be wasted. I don't want to look back on my life and say I wasted it. What a terrible word. What a terrible state to be in. I don't want to waste this precious life. So I allow myself to get nasty if I need to get stern, to stand up for my decision, to be an advocate of my health and my wants and my desires, not theirs. And they can nurse their hangover the next day. I just don't want that happening to me. So I challenge you to challenge any drink pushers that come along. Which leads me to principle number 4. Follow your drink plan. This is standing up for yourself, right? You know what you want, you've said it, and now you just carry it out. So this is you standing up for what you want. Can you stand up for yourself? Do you go all in on your health and what you want from life? Do you declare the woman you want to be and follow through on that commitment? That's where the drink plan comes in. If you say I'm going to have 0 drinks, mean it, own it, do it. I'm going to a Pitbull concert tonight. I love Pitbull. I love his concerts. And I am not going to drink. I'm owning it right now. And tomorrow, I will know that I followed through on it. Because I'm going to follow my drink plan. I love the concert so much, alcohol does not add anything to it. And I could dance bad all I want. I don't care. And if I say on another occasion I'm going to have 2 drinks, I'll do it. I don't tell myself it's too hard, you don't know why you keep overdoing it, and I just want to hang out and be like my friends. Nope. My friends get to do their drink plan. And the friends we're going with tonight, they will do their drink plan. That's not my drink plan. I'm following my drink plan. This is your life. Follow your drink plan. What do you want? What are your goals? How does drinking align or not align with those? You have to stay mindful of this. Otherwise, you become an addict. The people who didn't accept their control and their responsibility became addicts. And let me tell you, as an addict, they are not having fun. I know this firsthand. From family members, from seeing it in hospitals. It's a sad life, really sad. Ask people who've been there and done that. They will tell you it sucks. It's a financial waste. It ruined their marriage. It ruined their relationships. And their health is now ruined. It's not just bad, my friends. It's freaking bad. It's awful. Follow your drink plan as part of your wellness strategy. It's how you moderate. It's how you show up for you and who you want to be. If you don't follow it, you're a dreamer. If you follow it, you're a doer. Be a doer. Follow it to a T. And not because you hate yourself or you're being mean to yourself. It's the opposite. It's because you love yourself and you want to take care of yourself. It's not a penalty and it's not an obligation. It's your desire to be the woman you want to be, to live the life you want to live, to have the results you want. It's delightful. Next, principle number 5, enjoy the people you're with. I'll tell you, when I'm focused on enjoying the people I'm with, it's irrelevant if I drink. I don't need an alcoholic beverage. I'm enjoying the people I'm with. Tonight, I'm going to enjoy the experience of the music. I'm going to get in on the energy of the collective humans in that outdoor amphitheater and love it. It's going to energize me. I'm going to feel the music in my bones, in my body. I'm going to move in a way that feels delightful to me. It may not be well choreographed, and I promise you it won't. It may not even look good, and I don't care. That's not the reason I'm moving. I'm moving because my body enjoys it. I'm going with these friends because I enjoy these friends. I'm going with my husband because I enjoy spending time with my husband. And I'll tell you, inside Epic You, there are many women who are extremely social. They're out at bars and attending parties and going to galas. And they're at the tennis club and has a bar in it, or a country club or a health gym that has also a place to socialize at the bar. And they're like, hey, I just played tennis at 10 a.m. and I don't want to be drinking at noon. Help. It's a way I've become social, and I want to scrub that down. Yes, you can. You can go and hang out with the people and just enjoy them. Did you know you can do that? Yes, you can, my friends. And did you know that on a certain day, if you don't feel like being with them and you don't feel like enjoying them, that you can just politely excuse yourself and say, I'll catch you next time? Yes, you can do that too, my friends. You can meet up each and every time if you want, or you can meet up occasionally if you want. Don't put obligations on yourself that aren't there. And I say go and be with them when you can enjoy being with them. Enjoy the conversation. Enjoy who they are. Enjoy hearing about their fun times and their struggles in life. Enjoy being a good friend who's with them through thick and thin, good times and in bad. Enjoy helping them solve problems, or maybe they just need an ear to vent or a shoulder to cry on. Go and provide that. Enjoy that you have friends to do life with. Enjoy your friends and enjoy this messy life. You know, I host a small group of women here at my house from the church every other week, and it is delightful. We have so much fun. We help one another. We pray for one another. We get to do life together. It's such a special time because sometimes we cry, sometimes we laugh, sometimes it's both in the same setting. We strategize for each other. We help figure out problems together. We connect with other people outside of the group who may be able to help with some challenge that's going on with one of the ladies. We provide meals when somebody gets sick. We are there for one another. And I love what one of the ladies said a few months ago when she said, I love our group. We can do messy life together. I want a group of friends where I get to do messy life. And we put it all out on the table. There's no holding things back. Why? We are all messy. Why are we trying to hide that and pretend it doesn't exist? Because that's like a cancer and it just grows in your soul. And when I heard her say this, I stood up. I said, yes, that's exactly what we are. I was so excited that she had these beautiful words to put towards that, and that she was able to frame that in a way that, lit up my soul. And that's what I do inside of Epic You. I come to be with the women to help them in their messy lives. We help each other. I come with an open heart and we do life together. We don't judge, we connect, we help, we solve, and we sort out the mess in our life. I am so passionate about this. I hope you can determine that from my voice because I know we are meant for community, ladies. And what a lot of us do is we just turn to the people in our household for all of it. And that is unfair to those people. That is unfair to put that burden on your spouse, on your kids. And we are more disconnected because of COVID. We ran inside. We couldn't connect. And we're starving for this connection. We are starving for women friendships. We are starving for this. They're talking about this epidemic that came from COVID called loneliness. And it's leading to increased suicide, particularly in our young. And if you've been disconnected, get connected. I listened to a podcast where they said if you're lonely, that's equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's how quickly loneliness kills. That's how quickly loneliness shortens our longevity and our lifespan. Do not be lonely. Connect. And just don't put that burden that your spouse or your kids need to meet your every need. They cannot. That's unfair. And that will lead to a loveless marriage. If you have needs, find people who can give you those needs. I want to save romantic and intimacy with my husband, and I want him to fill that need. So I go to him with those needs. My other needs, I will find other ways to get those met and not put that burden solely on him. And I ask the same of him because it's not fair and it's unrealistic and it's not a life that feels amazing and epic. And nobody gets married for a loveless marriage. So enjoy the people you are with, enjoy those experiences, and the drink becomes irrelevant. Number 6, honor your health goals. I love this one. I love it so much because when you honor something, you hold it in high regard. You protect it. Let that sink. Think about the military. When they train in the military, they are trained to honor and protect our country. It is the highest honor. They will fight for it. They don't let other people take anything away or persuade them from fighting for this. They are a man and a woman of honor. They make a pledge for it in their soul, in their hearts, in their body, and they carry it out. They carry it out for themselves and for the benefit of us. That's honorable. That's admirable. They are proud, and they should be. They are committed, and they are, and they honor their word. Do you honor your goals? Do you have health goals? Because when you don't honor it, you're not serving your highest self, and your life becomes diminished in some capacity. When people don't honor their health, and their health starts to deteriorate, they always say, I wish I can turn back the clock and made different decisions. Well, it's never too late to start. The one thing that's magical about our bodies is it can recover and reset and restore in so many ways. If you have high cholesterol, do you know that you can lower it? Whether you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, don't use your age as an excuse. It's just not true. And I think nothing makes you feel better and able to serve others than honoring your health. I'm talking your physical health. I have a toolbox that I use to honor my physical health. I have a toolbox I use to manage and honor my emotional health. I have a toolbox of strategies and things to honor my mental health. And I have a toolbox for my spiritual health. I honor all 4 categories of my health. I don't do it perfectly, and that's okay. But my life is more amazing when I honor those 4 categories. And I look at it as my duty. When you can take your health and honor it, I will tell you your life feels incredible. That doesn't mean it's always going well. It just feels incredible that you can solve problems. You can tackle the latest stress. Stress doesn't knock you off your rocker. What steps do you need and want so you can honor your health now and going forward? Don't talk about what you haven't done. Don't talk about your past. It's irrelevant right now for your future health goals. What matters is how you determine right now how you're going to honor your health going forward. Write it down, clarify it, look at it every single day. Focus your brain on it. Focus on it more and honor it. Honor it, my friends. Do it for you. Okay, and then the last. This one's a big one. This is where a lot of people go, ugh, right? Don't use alcohol for emotional management. I'll tell you, ladies, you know this. I had a whole podcast on this is the number one reason women overdrink. They use it to manage their emotions. They're stressed. They don't want to feel stressed. They're lonely. They don't want to feel lonely. They're bored. They don't want to feel bored. They're unfulfilled in their marriage. Instead of working on the marriage, they drink, right? They use it as their emotional management tool. I talk about having the adult pacifier because we just drink to self-soothe. It's the number one pharmaceutical used by women for their depression, their anxiety, their overwhelm. I know what I'm telling you is nothing new. You've heard it from me before. But here's what I want you to hear. We all need emotional support. I'm not telling you not to support your emotions. What I'm just saying is don't rely on alcohol to do that. For emotional support, get a dog. If you need emotional support animal, please, by all means, get one. I was against having a dog, and we got one 2 years ago. Our daughter craved it. Her anxiety would just lessen whenever we went and saw people that had dogs. I was against cleaning up after it, having to walk it, do all the things that moms always do, right? And the dog hair. But it was one of the best decisions I've ever done and that I've made for the family. And I can't say it was my decision. It was a group decision. And I love this animal. I've grown to love this dog. He's amazing and he's adorable. If you've seen Cody on my Instagram page, maybe I'll have to post one again soon. He is just the cutest lab. Love him. But if you do need emotional support, please find ways to get it. Get a dog, get a therapist, get a coach. I'd be happy to be your coach. I'll show you tools to manage your emotions where you won't need to rely on alcohol. I mean, that's a lot of our calls that we have inside the program. And that's a lot of the workbooks that you'll be exposed to is talking about our emotional support and our feelings. Because we do struggle with our emotions. Like I have talked about on this podcast, I struggle with anger and anxiety, depression, low self-worth, not feeling like I'm good enough, overwhelm, whatever it is. We have these emotions, and it's not like the emotions are going to go away. They will come back. And just yesterday on Epic's You Call, I went over the last part of the workbook for breaking bad habits, and we started talking about the 25 different tools that I outlined in that workbook that help you break a bad habit. I was talking about just the first 3. On just those 3 have helped change my drinking so much. And then some of the other ladies chimed in on what has helped them so far in the program and what they've learned. And some of the strategies were freaking hilarious. We're not talking about strategies where you have to go back to childhood, right? That may be needed for some people, but for most people, that's not needed. I love that one of the ladies was talking about, hey, this has worked so well when she implements this strategy. She always follows her drink plan when this happens. And then another woman was like, wow, how does that happen? Because when I use that strategy, it always backfires. And they shared information where the one lady who that strategy would backfire is like, oh, I never tried that. Oh, I didn't realize you can do that. And now she's fired up to give that strategy a try. And that's why I love our community so much. We learn from each other. We learned what works and what didn't work and how to tweak things. Because here's how the rest of your life will go, ladies. You are going to have all the emotions. You can't get rid of them. You can't get rid of anger. You can't get rid of anxiety. You can't get rid of overwhelm. They'll be back, especially if you've had them a lot in the past. But what you can do is learn tools to manage them so you don't need the alcohol. I know in my late 40s, my anxiety is going to come visit me thousands of times more before I leave this earth. not just hundreds of times more, thousands of times more. So anxiety isn't the problem. It's how I learn to manage it. Anger is going to come to me because people are going to make me angry. I'm going to get angry at things people do. I'm sure there's going to be hundreds of times my daughter is going to make me angry because I'm thinking she should live one way and she's going to try things that are outside of that. So anger is not the problem. It's how I manage it. Anger tells me when somebody's crossed a boundary or did something I didn't like. And so now, how can I help this person, especially if it's detrimental to their well-being? And if it's not detrimental to their well-being, well, then why am I getting so angry about it? What's going on for me? What is this bringing up? So the problem isn't that you have the emotions. The problem is you don't have ways to deal with them when they do arise. And you use the solution of alcohol to soothe them or escape them. And if you keep training your brain to do that and your body to do that, guess what will happen over time? You will keep doing that. And you will keep disappointing yourself because you'll think you'll have a drinking problem when I say you have an emotional management problem. And so when you learn other ways and use other tools, guess what your brain says? Oh, that worked. I don't need alcohol. And then you desire it less. And then you get other goals because maybe drinking is leading to weight gain. And you're like, wait, if I cut back on the alcohol, geez, my weight goes down. Isn't that delightful? And as the weight goes down, my joints feel better and my blood pressure comes down. Oh my gosh, look at all these benefits. Because we know drinking just fuels other problems of our health to arise. And when you learn these tools and strategies, you know, I've got myself. Let the emotions come. I know how to handle them. I'm honoring my health and my goals. I'm honoring my emotions. I've got this. I don't need alcohol as my main source to self-soothe. That is powerful, my friends. All right, I hope this podcast inspired you to live well, be healthy, and be free. Be at peace. Because when you are, it's epic. And that's the work we do inside of Epic You. All right, my friends, follow these principles to moderate your drinking and live your drink less lifestyle. If you want to change your relationship with alcohol and with yourself, then come check out Epic You. It's where you get individualized help mastering the tools so you can become a woman who can take it or leave it and be in control around alcohol in any situation. Epic You is the place for women who want to be healthy, confident, and empowered to accomplish their goals and live their best life. Come join us over at epicu.com/EpicU. That's epicu.com/EPICYOU. I can't wait to see you there.